Hi guys, I'm going to try the live in Leeds video again. It went off this morning because weather was quite bad and there was no signal and so on. I did originally plan these lives last week, and my plan was to actually be outside somewhere in Leeds so I could show you the city and you can learn a little bit. The weather's had other plans. It's predicted to be as low as -12 and we've got lots of ice and snow, so I'm not really going outside, I'm in the office. In addition to that, there's obviously a pretty strict lockdown in England right now, so I don't really want to be just going places for the sake of it when it's not essential. I'll tell you about what I've done today instead, which is all about Leeds and the property market. I've done 2 viewings this morning and a third one that's been rearranged for later on, and so that means I've 4 viewings yet to do. The first one that I did, which is where I started going live but it cut off, that was on a street in Armley, Leeds 12, and it's somewhere that I know very well because I went to high school just at the end of the street really, and I've still got family that live nearby. I invest on a road that's parallel to the one where we're going to have a deal pretty soon, and we've owned that for a few years now and we've still got the same tenant, and we inherited her as a tenant when we bought it, so I think she's been there about 7 years now altogether. She's grown into the property, she's expanded a family as such while she's lived there, and she's still quite happy there for the foreseeable future. The street after that, that's also the one before the one that I viewed, is the first investment property that I bought, is on that street, and that were a long time ago, and the prices have actually gone up about 5 times, like doubled again and almost doubled again in that time, which just shows the benefit of long-term investing. Some people ask, is it a good time to buy right now with the market peaking? My answer to that is, if you've got a long-term view, then yes. The saying is 20 years ago were the best time to buy, but we've all missed that boat. So now's the second best time. If you're planning to buy and sell next year, then no, it's probably not a good time. But if you're buying to your plan is to hold, then it's still a good time because you will ride out the highs and lows. Some of my current portfolio I bought at the peak in 2007, and none of them are in negative equity, none of them have ever been problematic. They've always rented out, cash flowed well. At times they might have been worth the same as what I paid, but now they're all worth more than what I paid and what money I've got tied up. So yeah, it is still a good time to buy in Leeds at least. I can't speak for other areas. The second viewing that I did were really interesting. It needs a bit of work. It's actually not as bad as I thought it was based on the pictures I'd seen. It's quite old-fashioned, but it were actually really solid. It needs the electric box upgrading. That's about £500. Other than that, really, if you keep the layout as it is, it's 3-bedroom. Well, it's actually 2-bedroom with a small boiler room. If you just sort of pull the wall back a bit and have a slightly smaller master bedroom, you could easily add value, making a 3-bedroom and then just tidying up the decor. How long's a piece of string? If you want to take it a bit further, there's option to extend the kitchen. I'd probably just upgrade the kitchen units anyway. So I'm going to do 2 breakdowns on that. One is sort of a basic cheap sort of refurb, and the second one would be adapting the layout a little bit and spending a bit more but adding more value. I know this area also very well. It's Leeds 10. But this house is only a few doors away from where my grandma lived pretty much all her adult life, and where my mum grew up, only about 5 or 6 doors down. So I know and I've still got family on neighbouring streets there, so I know that area very, very well. It's a good rental area. The viewings this afternoon, the third viewing I had this morning, I had to rearrange, so I've got that. That's just your standard sort of back-to-back in a high yielding area. And then we've got 3 that are over towards Bramley, Leeds 13, needing various degrees of refurb. Some need no refurb at all and they're just ready to go. A lot of our overseas buys like that because it's straightforward. Some of them just need a little sort of quick update, but nothing major. So these 6 deals will be going out to my investors. I will say my clients overseas have first refusal because I am sourcing to order, so I put it to them first. If they don't want it, then they'll be available. So please get in touch if you'd like to know more.